You don't have to control the people. You just have to control the messages that they get. That's the real power. That's how you control and manipulate the masses.
Get a job, be a slave, pay your taxes, what the fuck?
Okay, so let me get this straight. Every state put a hold on ballot counting, and Biden was down in almost every single state before we went to bed Tuesday night. And then magically, overnight, Biden didn't just get the votes that he needed, he got every single vote that came in. Every single vote. That is fucking statistically impossible, man. 149,000 new votes appeared overnight in Wisconsin, and they were all for Biden. Every single one. Again, statistically impossible. Biden and the Democrats have done the impossible. They have beat the law of averages. Check this shit out, man. In Michigan, 140 votes added. All Biden votes, not one for Trump. Again, statistically impossible. Just look at Wisconsin. It has more votes than people that are registered to vote. Total number of registered voters is 3,129,000. Total number of votes, wait for it, total number of votes cast, 3,239,000. Biden is so hot that he's actually waking up the dead. The truth is that Trump got more of a black and minority vote than any other Republican in history. And at this point, when all the votes are finally counted in, you will find that Trump probably did better in 2020 than Barack Obama did in his last run for president. The scary thing, though, the really scary thing, is that these crazy-ass leftists don't seem to understand that encouraging these corrupt politicians to steal and illegally rig elections, how can you ever trust them to govern accordingly or righteously? You can't. How can you trust people that continually lie and cheat to their own base? Look what they did to Bernie Sanders, man. You can't. You can't trust them. These people are corrupt as fuck, and they do not have our best interest at heart. Voter fraud or voter suppression does not help the country. It only helps to further divide it. And this shit will probably be going to Supreme Court anyways. Yeah, think about that. You know, the Supreme Court that has Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett on it. Yeah! That's Supreme Court. Elections do have consequences, let me tell you. And this election is really turning out to be a referendum on the Democratic Party. They've lost a lot of seats, man. People just ain't swallowing that blue socialist pill that they're trying to push down our throats. Look, the only reason why you try to change the rules to something weeks before it fucking rolls out is because you're trying to cheat the system. The electoral process has been this way for over 100 years now, and all of a sudden, it just didn't work for the Democrats because they knew they were going to lose. We don't need to make changes to something that's been working for a hell of a long time. Now, you don't need to start putting your trust into the bullshit post office, which, by the way, we're getting to that one. And just absolutely hilarious. The Biden campaign is claiming that they have the highest voter turnout in history. Yeah. Joe Biden, the highest voter turnout in history. They're saying that he's had more people turn up to vote for him than Barack Obama, which is hilarious. Have you seen their campaign rallies? They have like 3 or 4 people show up. They couldn't even fill a bus, man. Even when Barack Obama shows up, you know, the magic man, nobody came. In 2008, Barack Obama got 69,498,516 votes, apparently the most in history. And I was all for Barack back in 2008. It wasn't until later we found out his scandals and how corrupt that cockfuck was that I walked away. And the media is now trying to tell you that Joe Biden broke Obama's record. Apparently, Joe Biden got 69,589,840 votes in this 2020 election. Yeah. Joe Biden. They're trying to tell us that Creepy Sleepy Joe is the most popular president in the history, may become the most popular president in the history of the United States of America. What, seriously, what is this, the fucking Twilight Zone, man? Are you kidding me here? You got to stop drinking that CNN, MSBN bullshit, man. Never mind that his campaign had absolutely no energy, no enthusiasm, no message, and no platform other than raise your taxes and the Green New Deal. There was barely any Biden signs anywhere, and the media's trying to sell us that Joe Biden got more votes than any other president in history. Come on, man! The polls were so incredibly wrong that these posters really need to find themselves a new job like basket weaving. But hey, they actually were doing their job. They were just trying to disparage the Trump vote. I watched some of these posters walking around telling people to get out of line because they're wearing hats and shit and whatever. That's all fucked up. Don't worry. It's all coming to a head, man. It's all coming to a head. Seriously, think about this shit for a second. Trump isn't just running against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrats. He's running against the deep state as well as the old Obama holdover employees that should have been fired a hell of a long time ago. He's also running against CNN, MSNBC, those wretched fucking hags from The View, as well as 90% of all mainstream news outlets. That's right, they're all anti-Trump. But that's not all. He's also running against Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Reddit, Instagram, and all the rest of them cock fucks out there. And they're all out there claiming victory and manipulating the public. And all of Trump's tweets and social media is being censored. You can't make this shit up, man. There's a lot of dirty games being played, and I don't give a shit what side you're on. If you can't admit to yourself, then you're too far gone. You are too far gone if you can't admit to all this corruption and bullshit. If you think this is right, and I'm talking to you, you blue-haired fuck, you're too fucking far gone. Regardless of my personal beliefs, I don't give a shit what side you're on, okay? It's not right, and pretending that it isn't. It's leading us down a very dark road. The illusion of freedom is dissolving right before your very eyes, but a lot of you refuse to pay attention because it just doesn't fit your narrative. The ends do not justify the means. They never do, but it's coming. It's all gonna flip around. It's coming. Just wait. This shit is absolutely incredible to watch. Besides the fact that Donald Trump has arguably done more in 4 years than any other president in history. He is the golden example of an underdog, and I always stand with the underdogs, the misfits, the freaks, the open-minded crazy fuckers that dare to challenge the establishment lies and corruption. We conservatives are the new punk rock. We rage against the establishment. We are the resistance. Antifa and BLM are nothing more than corporate-sponsored posers, brainwashed and manipulated by the establishment that they actually claim to fight. Useful idiots, that's all they are. It's hilarious, seriously, think about it. Antifa and BLM are out there burning the world down while the Democrats cheer them on, as Nike and the NFL name these criminals on their jerseys and their shoes while bailing them out of jail for trying to murder cops. I mean, fuck. Seriously, it's like the Joker took over the world, and these jackasses on the left think this shit's normal. No election results, BLM and Antifa still went out and rioted. I'm sorry. Pardon me. They were out mostly peacefully protesting, burning, and stealing other people's property. But it's mostly peaceful. 4 more years. Seriously, the world needs 4 more years. We've learned so much about what's going on in the world in the last 4 years with Donald Trump. Can you imagine how much more we're going to learn in the next 4 years? Why do you think they're fighting so hard right now? Why do you think they look and act so desperate? Unfortunately, we're not going to know the results of the election for probably a few weeks now. North Carolina's even said that they won't release their results until, wait for it, November 12th? There's seriously something fucking wrong there. See, this is why we have an election day, not an election month. You're trying to tell me that in 2020, when we have the internet, online voting, mail-in voting, polling stations, everything is computerized. We could even use goddamn smoke signals. And at this point, you can't figure out an election in less than a month? Look, man, if the Democrats need an entire month to steal an election, how in the hell are they going to be able to govern accordingly? Seriously. Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, AOC, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton. These fuckers all remind me of B-movie villains, man. They're all up there ugly as fuck, evil as fuck, and stupid as fuck. And this is bullshit, man. Pure bullshit. I demand better villains in the next election cycle, for fuck's sakes, man. This is horrible. Just look at the once credible news organizations. They're a complete joke now. Corrupt career politicians with absolutely no credibility are left manipulating the masses in conjunction with the mainstream media as well as the social media platforms. They're not fucking around, man. This is all hands on deck shit. And I am completely befuddled by the fact that Democratic voters can't see or refuse to see this. So you seriously want Joe Biden, the guy that's been taking money from China, to be the dude to have to deal with China? Build back better with Biden. It's more like build his wallet better. That's some fucked up shit, man. But you know what, man? On like the really bright side, if Joe Biden does win the election, just imagine the really cool crack parties they're going to have in the Oval Office with his son, Hunter Biden. Well, at least maybe Daddy Joe will get Biden a new laptop at that point, right? Look, man, it may seem like the Democrats have pulled one over on the public yet again. It may seem like they've gained some momentum, but alas, I hear from some very credible sources that Trump has been playing 4D chess with these cock-fucking jackasses. And he put a watermark on all the voter cards. God damn, I hope that shit's true, man. That's a shit's guy. I hope that shit's true. Trump administration has been expecting and preparing for voter fraud, tampering, harvesting, you name it, whatever the hell it is that these kids are doing with the voting ballots these days. I think he set the Democrats up, man. I think he baited them, and I think they fell right into the Supreme Court trap. Think about this shit for a minute. At this point, we all know as well as Trump does that the Democrats really just want to catch them. You can't take them to court in the press because the press is going to defend them and we're never going to get to the bottom of the truth. If you want to fuck with the Democrats, take them to court because no matter how credible the proof is, no matter how credible the witnesses are, the mainstream media is not going to report the truth. This has to be done in court. That's how you take the Democrats down. With proof in court where the mainstream media and social media platforms can't deny, can't censor, and can't shadow ban the truth. Well, that's it for me. I'm Sean Strife. Hit that like button, click that notification bell, and smash the shit out of that subscribe button. And join me next time where we'll talk about more shit that we're not supposed to talk about. That's right, you heard me. I said smash that subscribe channel.